We're in Bangkok at the Shangri-La Hotel, and we just got here and we checked in, but our room's not ready yet because we're a little early, but we're sitting in what they call the Horizon Club. So we're up a little bit, and you can see we've got this amazing view. This is a huge city. It's got some really neat architecture. It's really big, really spread out. But I got to tell you, we're not really intimidated at all. The people are so friendly. The systems and the processes and the organization of Thailand overall has been very easy for us to acclimate to, and we've loved it. You can see the river down here. It's beautiful, and of course it winds through the city, and there's a lot of boats moving up and down on it, big, small, tourist boats, ferries and that kind of stuff, even some really tiny ones that just move people and goods around. So we're really looking forward to our time here, and here we go.
How is it? Oh my God, this place is huge. This is our living room? What's going on here?
This is our living room. Bathroom.
Nice.
The bedroom.
Fancy.
So we have plenty of space. We just had our breakfast. It's still early in the morning, about 8:30, which is early for us. But we've come out here by the river for the first morning, and it's really neat. You're right here on the river, and the restaurant has both an inside and outside section right next to the river. You get a beautiful view, and you're right down here with the boat, so it's pretty cool. The pool at the Shangri-La is really relaxing. As you can see, we're here. It's kind of got an infinity edge, and everything's kind of muted. You've got huge palm trees here, so in the city, although you're right here on the river with all these skyscrapers around, it's this little enclave, and it's quiet, and it's pretty cool for where we are, so it's a neat little spot. We're here in Bangkok, and behind me is the Royal Palace, and this, of course, is the home of the royals. There's even a royal pier dock across on the river here that serves the king. This was actually built on the former Chinatown, so we just came through Chinatown, which is the new Chinatown because they relocated Chinatown to build this beautiful palace behind us. We met our guide, and we're now at the Grand Palace complex. It's huge. It's a series of a lot of buildings built between the 1700s and the 1800s. We've got the palace over here with a lot of other buildings and a lot of people. So we're going exploring now. It looks kind of fun. We can already tell how important it is for us to have a private guide. We splurged on this, but not really. It's not very expensive considering what you get. We have a driver and a guide for 5 hours, taking us all over, and I don't know what we'd do without it. There's a lot of people, there's a lot to navigate. So I think a tip is if you can get it, get a private guide here, and it's gonna make your life a lot easier, and I think we're gonna learn a lot more too.
Oh wow, look at that. Oh my gosh. It really changes once you enter the palace. It's so ornate and just foreign and beautiful.
Wow.
It's gorgeous.
Whit was just telling us about this artwork here. Each one of these figures has been created by a separate artist, and they redecorate every 50 years, and they let the artist work on the individual piece, and they have freestyle to do it however they want. So he was saying when we come back next time, these will look very different because they will have been renovated and a new artist will have come in and done it his or her own way. It's pretty cool. Whit was just showing us these statues out here. In the early 1900s, Thailand started having foreign visitors. And of course, they didn't have television and electricity and all these things to communicate. So the king had these statues made in likeness of foreigners from different worlds. So this one is from America, Malaysia's over there. You have all of these different statues that represent foreigners from different countries, so the folks here in Thailand could know what these folks look like as they saw them roaming around their country.
We just finished the Royal Palace. We've been here for what, about an hour? Over?
Going on a couple hours, I think.
Yeah, so it's we got a really thorough tour of the place, and we're just so grateful that we got this private guide to help us through this and navigate all of these people and this heat.
It's a huge complex, and there are people everywhere, and of course you can just walk by stuff without realizing what it is. So his stories and his kind of getting us around to the right spots has really helped us out a lot. We're so glad, and he's a great guy too.
So we just left the Royal Palace, and now we're going to take a ferry to the next temple.
Yeah, kind of cool. We were supposed to be in a car all day, but he said because of a holiday today there was going to be traffic. And so this is kind of cool. We haven't been out on the river taxis yet, so we're going to take one of those to our next temple. It's really cool seeing it from the water too.
Yeah, you can't beat the approach to this place.
Wow, that's beautiful.
What a view.
We're here at Wat Arun, and Whit just explained to us that this represents heaven. And you can see different levels that ascend from down at the bottom here with demons up to monkeys, up to humans, up to higher classes, all the way up into nirvana. So this thing is actually tiered to represent heaven and all the elements in between earth and heaven. We noticed as we toured around the temple here and other places that there are all these people with all of this kind of costumes on that you almost think are like local tradition or something, but we found out from our guide that it's actually people kind of set jetting where they are reliving a television show. They dress up in all this garb and then they revisit and kind of try to relive this television show. We don't know any details yet, but we're going to look it up, and we've definitely seen them everywhere. He was telling us they spend a fortune to do this, so it's very interesting.
We're clearly not here at the best time to be in Bangkok, but Wint did tell us the time that is ideal for coming here. What did he say?
He said between November and January, it's really nice. A little bit cooler, but the big thing is there's very much lower humidity. So what's really driving kind of discomfort here with all the heat is the very high humidity. And I think even now we're having an extreme kind of temperature event right now, but it's definitely hot. You got to adjust to it. Just drink plenty of water and expect it. Don't get pissed off about it because it's going to be hot.
After a slightly disorienting ferry ride over here, we are now at our third temple, which is Wat Pho. Did I get that right?
Yes. We're here inside the temple now, and it's really awesome. This Buddha is reclining, and it's huge. You can see it lasts the entire length of this huge building, and it's several stories tall. It's really beautiful and amazing, really, to see. Whit was just telling us about the offerings here, and they are different depending on where you're from. For the Chinese, it's incense, as you can see here. For the Indians, it's candles, as you can see over here. And for the Thai, it's gold leaf. And you can actually see they apply the gold leaf to the Buddha statues here. And they recover it, and they have so much of it that they actually recover it and use it in other places in the temple. So it's a really neat experience to see all this. He also said that in Bangkok, if you're buying gold to donate or as an offering for the temple, it's significantly cheaper than if you buy it for jewelry or that kind of thing. Because obviously it's an important part of their belief system, and they have the gold at a cheaper price that more people can afford to provide the offerings. right outside the massage museum out here in the courtyard is an herb garden, and these are the herbs that are important in terms of massage and the traditions therein, along with trees. And they've even got some statuary of different massage techniques. It looks like some of them look like you may be dead after it, but it's a very interesting place. It's a really Zen place, and it's got all the elements in history and kind of explanations around Thai massage. We're finishing up our day here with Whit, and he has been wonderful, and we have had such an amazing visit to 3 separate temples. We've learned so much, and in spite of the heat, this has just been a wonderful day. You get a real appreciation for the history, for Buddhism and the Thai people and their struggle and their history, and how all the things have come together to make this wonderful culture that they share and love to share. The people are wonderful here, and it's been a wonderful, amazing journey.
You're not going to believe the resort we got to stay at. Look for our next video.